Hi everyone, today's yoga flow is going to focus on back bending, and our two peak poses will be chin stand or face pose and scorpion. So let's get started in downward facing dog. Also, if you haven't warmed up, I highly recommend you do one of our yoga warm-up videos before this one, just to get a little bit more warmed up, because we're going to get right into the back bending. So down dog, and just settle in, find your breath here. And then look forward and hop or step your feet to the front. Keep them about hips width distance. Roll yourself up to stand. So we're going to start off with a standing camel. Hands to your low back. Lift out of your low back. Create length. Then press your hips forward. Think of hugging your elbows together, shoulder blades together. Maybe let the head fall back. If you're feeling ready for it, maybe hands to the hamstrings. Maybe even bend those legs and walk them down to the calves. And then you reverse it. You bring your hands back up to your back. Slowly press up. Fold forward. Take a moment, just hang in ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, and maybe sway a little side to side. Then plant your hands and step back. First chaturanga. Shift forward, hug those elbows in, lower halfway. Flip over your feet, stretch it out, upward facing dog, and then back to your downward facing dog. Now lift your right leg up, let that hip open up, bend the leg, create a nice stretch, and step it forward into a low lunge. Put your back knee down. Right away, reach the arms up. If it's okay on the shoulders, palms together, and start to add more of a back bend here. Sink into those hips to open the hip flexors and lift out of the low back. Okay, now as you bring your hands down, step right to the front. Step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Again, maybe palms touch. Add a little back bend at the top. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. This time you can hop or step back. Plant those hands. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up. Open the hip and the leg. Create a nice stretch. Then big step forward. Put your right knee down. Low lunge. Reach the arms up. Lift the chest up and sink into the hips at the same time. Find that back bend. Hands to the floor. Step your right foot up to meet your left. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to stand. Add a little back bend at the top. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, float or step. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up high. Step it forward into a warrior one. Spin your back heel flat and square your hips. Interlace your hands so we can open up the chest. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, bow forward. Humble warrior. Torso can be on that right thigh. Maybe start to get a little lower. Maybe even head touching the floor. So it's important to warm up the hips, the chest, and the shoulder for those back bends. Come back up, warrior one. Widen your stance, warrior two. Inhale to reverse. Exhale into side angle. Maybe the right elbow is on the thigh. Maybe right hand all the way to the floor of the block. Lift it back up, warrior two, reverse, and then take it into half moon. Right hand on the floor of the block. Once you get there, focus your gaze, see if you can bend that left leg, Shavasana. Kick your foot back away from you and stick out your chest. Find more of that back bend shape. Then as you let go, straighten it out, step back, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe your right foot stays lifted as you do chaturanga, and then set the foot down. Up dog, down dog. Lift your left leg up, step it forward. Warrior one. Turn that right foot out, heel is flat, square your hips. Interlace the awkward way behind your back. Inhale, look up, take a little back bend, and then bow forward. Humble warrior, torso on the thigh, or start to bring your head closer to the floor. Lift your arms back up, refine warrior one, open it up, warrior two. Reverse, side angle, left elbow to the thigh, or left hand all the way to the floor and rotate open. Come back up, warrior two and reverse, and then focus your gaze on the floor as you set up half moon. Left hand down. Once you find your balance, maybe today you bend that right leg, Shavasana, kick the heel back, stick out your chest, find that back bend shape. Let go, straighten it out, big step back, reset, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, hands to the mat. Maybe you keep that left foot lifted, chaturanga. Set it down, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now bring your knees down, camel pose. So just like we did standing, set from our knees. Hands to the back. Maybe this time you grab the heels, press those hips forward, lift the chest up. If you move the hands to the heels, back to your low back, press all the way up, take a moment in child's pose, and just reset your spine. And then make your way back into down dog and reset. Lift your right leg up, step it forward, crescent lunge. Stay on the ball of the back foot this time, high crescent lunge. Now look at the floor, airplane, Degasana. Sweep the arms back, find your balance, think up dog in your chest. Hands to the floor, standing splits, lift the leg nice and high. Maybe one hand grabs the ankle, pull your nose closer to your shin, and keep lifting the flying leg high. Now we're going to come back up to airplane, so come back up to your fingertips, focus your gaze, take your time, and reach the arms back. Step back, crescent lunge. Open it up, warrior two, reverse, and then windmill your hands to the mat. Maybe right foot stays lifted, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, step it forward, crescent lunge. Then focus your gaze on the floor. Find your balance, airplane, Degasana. Roll the shoulders back, chest open. Hands to the floor, standing splits. Lift that flying leg high. Maybe one hand to the ankle to deepen the stretch. Now walk those fingertips forward, get light, and then try to come back up to airplane. Step back to crescent, warrior two. Reverse, and windmill your hands down, maybe left foot stays lifted. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we're going to work a little bit on our chin stand. So first we're going to practice some push-ups. And then each is going to get a little harder until we build up to that chin stand. So back up a little bit so you have room on your mat. Start in a tabletop position. Lift your right leg up. Now scoot forward, stick out your chin, arch your back, and just try to tap your chin without putting the chest down, and then lift back up. 2 more times on that side. Tap the chin, back up. 1 more time. Good, now we just switch legs. Lift your left leg up, shift forward, chest out, butt up in the air, tap your chin, and lift it up. And just lightly, don't stay down there, tap the chin, and up. 1 more time. Good, now if that was really hard for you, you might stay with that. Otherwise, we're gonna start in down dog, same idea. Start at the back of your mat, right leg up. Look where you wanna go, look forward, shift forward, keep your butt up in the air, arch your back, tap your chin. Push really hard, right back up to 3-legged dog. Switch sides, try the other leg. Left leg up, look forward, shift forward, hug those elbows in, tap, push up, use those triceps, and back down. So after you've practiced those push-ups a few times from the knees or the toes, if you feel ready to add in the chin stand, you're gonna hop up. Now, the key things are keep those elbows in tight, just the hands and the chin are on the floor, and again, don't be afraid to back bend here. You have to find that balance between back bending and using your abs, and you're gonna use a little momentum to hop up into this pose. So, start at the back of your mat, pick your favorite leg. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds to play with it, so if you wanna watch first, that's fine, and then try it on your own. Pick which leg you liked best for those push-ups, and then look forward. Alrighty, start that back bend, lift that leg high. Lean really far forward, hug your elbows in tight. As you put the chin down, hop in a little closer, and then squeeze your butt when you hop up. And you don't have to hold it a long time, right? It's not a super comfortable pose, but it's a good pose for transitions, especially as you start to learn other arm balances. You can link a lot of things to this pose. So try it a few more times on your own. Maybe pause this video and then come back to it after you're done. Okay, so we'll meet up in child's pose when you're done with your chin stand. And when you're ready, come back to down dog. So we're gonna do a little bit more back bending before we get to scorpion. I like to make sure our backs are nice and warmed up before we do our scorpion. hop or step to the front. Just roll yourself up to stand. Dancer pose. Left arm up. Take your right hand, rotate the palm out, grab the inside of your right ankle. Line your knees up together, focus your gaze, and then kick that leg straight up behind you. And just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch sides. Right arm up, rotate the left palm out, grab the inside of that ankle, line the knees up, kick the leg straight up behind you for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Hands together, reach them up. Swan dive down. Step back to a plank position and just slowly lower all the way to the floor. Forehead or chin down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Zip your legs up. Lift up the chest and the legs and try to lift your hands off your butt. Keep the gaze down so the neck is long. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let one cheek come to the mat. Just rest for a moment. Bow pose, Dhanurasana. Bend your legs. Try to reach for the outside of your ankles. Flex your feet. Kick back through your shins. Lift your chest up. Maybe rock a little forward and back and then push those quads on the floor and lift the chest higher. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Other cheek to the mat. Windshield wiper your shin side to side. And then just flip over like a pancake. Roll onto your back. Bridge pose. Feet hips width. Lift your hips up, interlace, wiggle those shoulders underneath. Push down through the arms to lift the hips. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come down. Now we're going to do one wheel pose. So hands pointing towards you. Lift your hips up, press to the top of the head. And then if you feel good there, push through your hands, lift your head off the floor. Try to push your chest through your arms, maybe even straighten those legs. Use your whole back, not just your low back. Hold it for a couple breaths, and then slowly come down. Now, if wheel is difficult for you, maybe do a couple more back bends before you come into scorpion. Maybe you repeat bridge, maybe try wheel 1 or 2 more times. Or if you just don't feel ready for scorpion, pause the video, do a few more variations. Otherwise, you're gonna roll up. Now, this pose, I recommend you try it at the wall first. If you can hold forearm stand in the middle of the room, then you can do scorpion in the middle of the room, right? But if you can't hold forearm stand in the middle of the room, do it at the wall. As long as you can get your feet to the wall, then you can start to practice your scorpion. So set it up, grab the outside of your triceps, forearms flat, middle finger points forward. Walk your feet in, focus your gaze. One leg up, hop up if you're at the wall. If you're in the middle of the room, lean into it and give yourself a little hop and try to find your balance first. Don't even think about the scorpion, just find that forearm stand. Once you found it, arch your back, stick out your chest. Bend your legs and point your feet. Separate your knees a little bit and then keep sticking your chest out, squeeze your hamstrings. Look up for your feet and squeeze them in tighter. And keep inching them closer and closer together. If you do it right, you're gonna feel it a lot in your hamstrings and your back. It's gonna be sore, right? Especially if you're not used to doing a lot because you're shortening those muscles, squeezing them tight to try to get your feet and head closer to touch. Whether or not your head and feet actually touch doesn't mean you didn't do scorpion. Just that back bend shape is scorpion. And you know, maybe the feet never touch the head. It's no big deal. Try it a couple times. If you're at the wall, work on finding that balance away from the wall. If you need some more time, pause the video. And then when you're done, we're gonna meet in child's pose to reset your spine. Knees together, arms alongside you. Just let your shoulders and back relax. When you're ready, come up to a seated position. Paschimottanasana. So extend the legs out straight, move your hips out of the way, sit up tall and fold forward. Just a good counter pose to scorpion. This will help to re-lengthen out the backs of the legs as well as your low back. Slowly come up. One last pose to reset the spine. Lay on your back. Arms out to the side like a T or cactus your arms. Right knee on top of left. Move your hips an inch or two to the right. Drop those knees to the left. Maybe turn your head to the right and close your eyes. Twisting is also a good way to reset the spine after deep back bends. And then bring your legs through center, switch the cross. Left leg on top of right, shift your hips an inch or two to the left, drop the knees to the right, and maybe turn your head to the left and close your eyes. And then after this, you can either come right into Shavasana, or you can repeat one of our other yoga cool down videos to help loosen you up a little bit more after your scorpion.